A young man named Mamadou, who wanted to learn to read and write, set out one day in search of a school. He left his province to go to the Cayor region of Senegal. There lived a scholar who taught children. Mamadou stayed with his master as long as necessary. When he could read and write perfectly, he decided to return home. On the day he left, a classmate, who belonged to the species of genies, said to him, "We are friends. Since you are going home, I will give you a message for my parents, and I will transport you to your village at lightning speed. You do not know who I am, but I know you well, because we were born in the same place. We genies recognize you very well, but you humans cannot see us. When you are home, put this silver ring on your finger, and you will be able to see the genies and their villages. If you take it off or lose it, everything will disappear again." The genie then asked Mamadou to sit on his mat and close his eyes. No sooner had Mamadou obeyed than he found himself, as if by magic, in his village. The next morning, Mamadou put the ring on his finger. He then saw all the genies and their villages. He went to visit his friend's family. "The genie, your relative, sends you his regards," he said to them. "And where is he, our dear child?" they asked him. "I left him in a village in Cayor. He continues to attend school." "Ah," cried the parents, "our brave little one is behaving well. And you, Mamadou, you must return home, but whenever you have free time, do not fail to come and see us." Mamadou returned to his parents, but whenever he had the opportunity, he paid long visits to the genies. This is because he had seen his friend's sister, Anta, a pretty young lady, and he wanted to marry her. When he made his declaration to her, Anta replied, "I would not ask for anything better. However, I hesitate to marry a human being. You are so angry and so talkative, and you lie so easily. With us, it is not the same. A genie never loses his temper, never betrays a secret. He only speaks to tell the truth." Mamadou protested, "When we are married, you will see that I, too, do not lose my temper, and that I never lie. If that is so, the marriage is concluded. I accept you as my husband, but I forbid you to reveal to anyone that you have married a woman of the species of genies. It is understood," promised Mamadou. "Well," declared Anta, "we can celebrate our marriage." Since then, Anta and Mamadou lived happily. But one day, when Anta had left the village at dawn to go to his family, Mamadou woke up to find that, during the night, his millet granary had caught fire, his thoroughbred had died, and his powerful bull had fallen to the bottom of the well. Mamadou, and his whole family with him, was in despair. Anta returned at the end of the day. As she approached her husband's hut, she heard his mother lament, "In a single day, your millet granary is devoured by flames. Your thoroughbred horse dies. Then it was your big bull, a 5-year-old bull, who also perished. This house will be ruined in a short time. It had to happen. It is the consequence of your marriage to a woman of the genie species." At these words, Anta decided to return to her family. But before disappearing, she followed Mamadou to the fields, and, when he fell asleep for a nap, she took off his silver ring. When he woke up, Mamadou could no longer see the genies or their villages. He tried to follow the path that led to Anta's house, in vain. The village had disappeared. One fine day, Anta returned to Mamadou's village. She found him asleep and woke him up. He cried out, "Anta! Where do you come from?" "I come from my village." "That's not true. You've all left it." "No, we still live there." "Then why don't we live as we used to?" "It's because now our marriage is broken by my will." "Why did you break it?" "Because you didn't keep your promise. When you asked me to become your wife, didn't I tell you that it would be difficult for me to remain one because you humans get carried away, lie, and gossip freely?" "And when did I get carried away? What did I lie about? Why do you say I was talkative?" "You were too loose-lipped." "But about what? Tell me at last." "Remember the day when your millet granary was consumed, your horse died, and your big bull fell into the well? I knew all that, but I left and never came back, because I heard your mother complaining about me which is proof that you revealed our secret to him and that you broke your promise. I will tell you what really happened. I stayed with you until dawn. Azrael, the angel of death, with arms dotted with eyes and carrying a tree on his head, came. He wanted to seize you. I pushed him back and threw him onto your millet granary, which burned. I threw him onto the horse, He then tried which to carry off collapsed your under mother. his weight. Nevertheless, he stubbornly stayed, ready to take revenge on your sister. And I, a third time, fought him and pushed him back. He fell onto the bull, which died by falling into the well. If I had let you die, as well as your mother and your sister, what would have become of your house? It would have been lost. And if you are all still alive, it was thanks to the burning of the millet granary, the death of the horse, and the death of the bull. Isn't it better that things happen this way? You betrayed me, but before leaving you forever, I had to tell you the truth. And Anta left. Mamadou never saw her again. And so, Mamadou learned that love requires trust and understanding. Though he never saw Anta again, her spirit lived on in his heart, reminding him of the magic that once was and the lessons it brought. The village continued its rhythm, but Mamadou was forever changed, carrying the memories of a world unseen by others. If you liked this story, don't hesitate to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. See you soon for another fascinating story.